immediate past governor of Edo State, Adam Oshiomhole, has formally declared his intention to run for the office of the national chairman of All Progressive Congress (APC). Speaking during the declaration in Abuja, the former governor said when elected, he will provide leadership that will be firm, fair, just, transparent, and faithful, and loyal to the members of the party.
My task this afternoon is simply straightforward to announce very formally my intention, by the special grace of God, to contest for the office of the national chairman of the governing party in Nigeria today, the All Progressive Congress. I thought it is important that I make this formal declaration of intention to contest, but this is because of the way this whole project has evolved. But let me say that this is not to suggest that I am a reluctant candidate. I am not. I'm going for it because I think I can add value. I think, as President Obama said a few months back, you don't seek changes because things are bad. You do so because anything and everything can just be better. And whoever and however we can make things better, I think it will be worth our while. It is on that basis that I offer myself to contest for the office of national chairman of our great party.
According to former Labour leader, he will contribute and continue development made by incumbent chairman John Oyegun. He said party under his watch, he will endeavor to ensure that the party's convention beyond election also seek to discuss about development, government and policy issues that will organize activities at regular interval across the geopolitical zone of the country.
Let me also say that it is right on occasions such as this to appreciate the efforts of the current sitting chairman, my own brother, my own elder, but also, incidentally, one of my predecessors, the first governor of Edo State, Chief John Odige Oyegun. I want to place on record my gratitude and my appreciation of the leadership he has provided. Whatever anybody wants to say, I believe he chaired the party to victory in the 2015 election. And history will record that in his favor, along with other laudable things he has done to keep our party afloat up to this moment. I am contesting not because I think there is a leadership failure. I am contesting because I think, as is expected in our constitution of our party and even of our country, democracies work better when from time to time new blood, new ideas, and new people hungry to make a difference are given the opportunity to build on the foundation that those currently in office have laid or are laying.
Following his endorsement to replace the incumbent national chairman of APC, John Oyegun, by President Muhammadu Buhari, it is clear that the majority of party's members are throwing their weight behind Comrade Adam Oshiomhole to emerge as the national chairman of the APC. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
We all need to start planning for this new Nigeria because things are going to change. Nigeria is in the new era. We know the way, we know the technology.
The race for the 2019 presidential election is gaining momentum, and young Nigerians have indicated their aspiration for the office of the president, even as the incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari had recently declared to run for second term. One of such young Nigerians is the Chief Executive Officer of Ben Television, London, Europe's first ethnic media and satellite TV, Alistair Shoede. Making public his declaration on Monday in Abuja, Shoede said his desire to run for the office of the president in the 2019 general elections is born out of a series of meetings with youth leaders, elders, trade unions, and NGOs from various walks of life.
For me, as I said, this is a call to answer the yearning of the young, the youth, the elders. I have traversed the country speaking to people, listening to their views and opinions. There are too many tremendous and golden opportunities for Nigeria. There is no doubt. There is no doubt whatsoever that Nigeria is a great country, and you are indeed great people. I'm really grateful for our founding fathers because they sacrificed a lot for us to be where we are today. No matter the fault, no matter how they brought us here, but they did something. They wanted to be a bridge at that period of time in the history of Nigeria. And I thank God that as I'm standing in front of you, I'm standing likewise as the bridge, and you too should stand as the bridge.
Fondly called AS the Bridge, Shoede is the initiator of Centenary Nigeria, an agriculturist listed among top 100 personalities in Africa as a global brand for Nigeria. Though yet to declare the platform under which he will contest, the presidential aspirant, as well as the International Mentoring Commandant of Youth Advancement and Development Project, said he decided to run for the exalted office where ideal of yes we can spirit will be implemented.
On the yes is the letter S. You may have good economy, you may have good education, good employment, good energy, you may have the expert, our elders may toe the line of giving us the freedom to operate, but without security secured or assured, you cannot enjoy the benefit of what you are gaining. So in order for you to enjoy all this thing that has been provided, there must be security. So we're not going to throw away with the issue of security. That would be very, very important for each and every one of us. As we're all coming here, we're thinking about security. As we're going back home, we're thinking about security. So to cap it up, to cap that yes up, we ended with the letter S for what? For what? Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, in summary, for me and my team, we present to you the yes message.
Also speaking, the spokesman to former military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida Kassim Afebua, a card-carrying member of the All Progressive Congress, APC, endorsed Soyode as his candidate for 2019 presidential election. Afebua, who frowned at the ruling party, APC, for not doing well in delivering to Nigerians what it promised in its manifesto, said he will not cast his vote for President Muhammadu Buhari at 77 years old. Over 21 people have indicated interest to run for the office of the president, including the incumbent president, Muhammadu Buhari. Awesome Raffle, Ben Television.
The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agencies has announced that 380 local government areas in 35 states of the Federation will experience flooding this year. According to the agency, flooding will be high in about 78 local government areas, although the situation will generally not be as severe as what the country experienced in 2012. Commenting on the agency finding, as captured in the 2018 annual flood outlook, which was unveiled by the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu in Abuja. The acting Director General of the agency, Olayinka Ogunwale, stated that the government have been issuing warning to the residents in the flood-prone areas to relocate from such location.
As Nigerians get ready to elect new leaders to manage its affairs come 2019, presidential aspirants have been urged to have a blueprint that will take the country from its present economic state to a greater one that can compete with the first world nations. The presidential aspirants at the Emerging Political and Economic Leaders Summit and launch of 50 Below 50 in Abuja were asked to build a generational identity by speakers at the event.
You cannot transform and take power if you don't build generational identity. And that's a major missing link in our youth politics. Generational identity is that belief, the commitment to your generation, believing that your generation is the generation that will drive, that will push, that will excel. But once generational identity conflicts with other identities, particularly our primordial identities, which are so important to many of us, ethnic, religious, regional, they undermine that generational identity that is required for you to be able to build the required political momentum.
Suffice to say that if our politics is right, then our economy will be right. Political problem, political turmoil directly affects the economy. It is inseparable. If we have any challenge in our politics, it will affect our economy. It will affect our economy. So it is also very important for us to tell the youth that we don't just want you to be political leaders, we also want you to be economic leaders.
For the longest while, we didn't have any political parties or any type of political activity, except when you go places it's PDP, power, APC, change, but with nothing in between. Now people are beginning to talk about things they want to do and what you want to bring to the citizen. I'm grateful for that.
How many young people were willing to put down 1,000 naira? This thing you want to take is not going to come by being given to you. Don't tell me that any man is richer than all the youths of this country, willing to make a little sacrifice. A little sacrifice. Look at the young people that are here. They want to be your president. Now, if every young person puts down 1,000 naira to support them, I want to know how many people will have more money than these people seated here. We want change, we must be willing to pay for it.
Please, let us put our heads together and evolve solutions as to how many other young people who are there. A lot of them here are my very close friends. But I'm pained. Alista has been running up and down, spending his money. Kingsley has been doing, I've run to Kingsley in very many places. They've been spending their monies. Just like Architect Ezekiel said earlier, I think it is time. Even 100 naira times 1 million of us is 100 million naira. Please let us use those technologies that Antiobi talked about earlier to begin to mobilize for this funding. We can do it. Wale, you can put all of us together to form that critical mass. And let us see how all of us can form that mass for funding and for strength. Power to the powerless.
A two-time minister under the People's Democratic Party and a co-convener of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign, Dr. Obief Zekwesili, have this word for the presidential aspirants.
Being the president of Nigeria today, if we got ourselves even the most competent, the most capable, and the most ethical of presidents, it still would not solve our problem. Do you know why it would not? Because the president is one individual trying to solve a multiple mindset erosion in a country called Nigeria. Therefore, in preparing yourselves for this task of shaping the dreams for a new Nigeria, I say it to you, my dear friends, that you must think of Nigeria as though you were clearing out a rubble and starting the process of constructing a new edifice. And do you know what stands in your stead? What stands in your stead is that based on research, the time that it takes to get to development is faster in this century than it ever could have been in previous centuries.
One after another, aspirants were given opportunity to speak on what they can deliver to the Nigerian people if elected as president.
We have to diversify the economy. We talked about diversifying the economy, which of course is the reason why most of us have started having pieces of land that we want to cultivate into agriculture. But it doesn't stop at that. It has to move from just having cultivated lands for agriculture to having the system put in place how we can leverage the entire value chain. Whether we want to start thinking of what we store, what we process, what we take to the packaging plants, what we take to the branding plants, and how the logistics companies will move out to the grassroots and to the people, and of course send our produce outside the country. Each time the Minister of Agriculture tells me that he has exported some tubers of yams and is excited about it, I find it very discouraging. I find it very shameful, because in that tuber of yam that is sent to the United States of America, there are extras you can use in the pharmaceutical companies, there are extras that you can use in the cosmetics companies, and they send this back to us and then we buy them at premium. We have to let that stop.
I have served this country as a field marshal of the famous Save Nigeria group led by Tunde Bakari. At that point in time, this country was at the brink of broken down, but we stood firm to defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I believe that Nigeria's economy should be based not on natural resources, but driven by innovation and skilled human capital. That's what we need in Nigeria.
I breathe and sleep and eat Nigeria. From Katsina, I left, went to London, Europe. Why? Because I wanted to become a top sport personality, because I wanted to play for the Super Eagles. I used to be in the junior team. Everything I think of is Nigeria. Make Nigeria a great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, when I got there, every negative stories that people do about black people, they say is done by Nigerians. And I thought, well, that is totally wrong. What do I need to do to begin to repair that credibility? And that took me, without experience, no money, to launch the first black ethnic television in Europe, called Ben Television. Why? So that Nigeria can have a good name. Thereafter, I began to do almost everything towards building the image of this country. People talk about the bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, my parents are from the northern part of this country and the southern part of the country. That means I'm a bridge between the north and the south. I just spoke 3 languages to you. If I can't speak that language, I'm ready to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, to make a team, you need 11 players. To make a team in basketball, you need 6 players. Right here, you have a team, but you need a captain. I am the captain. And also today, ladies and gentlemen, even top people in government were talking about the bridge builder. As of today's presentation, they talk about somebody that needs to unite us. The people that arranged my declaration, 50% of them, in fact 70% were women. And at the end of the day, that meant I would value the mentorship and the work of our ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, not taking it away with people of disability, we are ready to work with every Nigerian that have the expertise and the knowledge to make Nigeria a great nation. And I believe you are these people that can make Nigeria a great nation.
In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.